Turns out some prisoners are getting knocked up while being locked up, Diane.
Yes.
Can I just say that took me an hour to come up with that? I'm very proud of it.
Oh, no, I hope you had a Kit Kat afterwards and a little break and you just sat down and just relaxed.
I had a lie down.
So what has happened is that a trans inmate has impregnated 2 other prisoners in a women's prison.
Is it a trans woman?
Yes.
But how can a trans woman make someone pregnant? They're women.
Well, I mean, I assume that the Holy Ghost flew in through a window and said, guess what? So they were being held at the only women's prison that was in New Jersey. And this inmate called Demi Minor, interesting choice.
She sounds quite major in my book.
Holy
I'm not
major.
sure what that means, by the
Holy
way.
major, not Demi Minor, who is serving, let's just underline this, 30 years for manslaughter.
Not a nice person.
Well, I mean, manslaughter is where you can't prove that it was premeditated. It's not quite accidental there.
Caused the death of someone indirectly.
Yeah, definitely.
That's coming straight off my Christmas card list, let me tell you.
Oh, I would. Yeah, scrub that one.
I'm right off them.
And they were housed according to their self-proclaimed sexual identity. So this goes back to the Penny Mordaunt issue, where you're allowed to, choose your own gender. And what happened was this person, Demi, had a relationship with other inmates, and now 2 of them are pregnant. But this person, Demi, was complaining that, oh, well, I've been transferred to a New Jersey state prison where guards continue to call me he and him. Now, I get that might be an issue for you, but let's remember, you have ended somebody else's life.
Yes, pathetic.
Can we put that into perspective just for a moment? And this sort of just calls into... It's just one of those examples of why women should have sort of women's spaces, because now you have 2 inmates who are pregnant. It doesn't tell us anything about what their sentences are, how long they're going to be in there, but that's 2 little children, if they go to full term, who are going to be born with their mums in the prison, and it just doesn't seem like a good, stable place to... I just said that.
You're quite right. It is a duty of care situation.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know they're prisoners, but they're not supposed to, get knocked up
pregnant when you're in a
there.
prison. I mean, that's not rehabilitation. That's not punishment. That's something else. And, so that's the story in the Telegraph.
And I just said one line down, and she was correct, but the one thing she missed was it says, in January, the Biden administration restored guidelines which had been scrapped by Donald Trump requiring federal prisons to consider the safety of transgender prisoners. So Biden brought this trans stuff back in that Trump got rid of, and this kind of thing wouldn't happen. That's all I'm saying.
Demi is was one of 27 transgender inmates at this particular facility because of the change in the law. So, but obviously, that you don't know who is self-identified, who actually has gender dysphoria, who is as they were, who has transitioned medically. You don't know any of this because as soon as they self-identify, you're allowed in. And these people are now criminals. Criminals are not the most trustworthy people. How do you know that a criminal is not using this as an excuse and they're not a genuine trans person? How do you know?
Correct. It's a real concern and actually quite a tragic story.